Hey everyone, welcome to Malaysian Tier List. I am a Malaysian living in the Klang Valley area. But like all Malaysians, I really love Malaysian food. Recently, I've been thinking about which Malaysian food is the best, so I decided to rank Malaysian food and see what I come up with. I know food is a very polarizing topic in Malaysia, especially with the different cultures we have, and also the various regional variations of one dish. So please feel free to voice your disagreement in the comments, and don't keep it civil. I enjoy it. Let's define the tiers. As we all know, since Malaysian food is second to none, every Malaysian food is good. I am definitely not biased. So S tier will be the best of the best, something that I can eat every day and not get sick of, and a must try for everyone, including non-Malaysians. A tier will be great food, excellent flavor. I like the dish and I eat it frequently, but not something that I can eat every day. Still a must try for everyone though, including non-Malaysians. B tier will be good food, something that I will enjoy, but I don't think it's a must try for everyone. C tier will be decent food, something that I don't really crave regularly. D tier will be nice food, but could be better. Something that I think lacks the oomph of the other food that makes it something I want to eat when I see it among the others. If you disagree with my ranking, then feel free to rank your own and share it in the comments. Link will be in the description. I'll also be grouping similar foods together, like all types of laksa under one category, to keep things simple. If you enjoy the video and subscribe, I might make a separate video to rank them individually, or who knows, I might just do it anyway the next time I'm bored. First up, we have kaya toast. I will put kaya toast in the B tier. I don't really eat kaya toast nowadays, but I used to like them when I was younger. It's something unique in our country, but at the end of the day, I can replace the kaya with any other gem and would still enjoy it the same. Next, we have kueh, everything grouped together. I would probably rank it in the C tier. There are so many types of kueh, but there's not a single kueh that I think is really good that I want to eat it regularly. Maybe because I don't have a sweet tooth, or maybe because I'm boring, probably both. Alright, satay. Don't get me wrong, satay is delicious. The spices are aromatic and the pairing with peanut sauce is pure indulgence. But after all, it's just meat on skewers, so I will put it in the B tier. At this point, you might be wondering,
He say he is Malaysian, but why he pronounce satay like that?
the truth is, I am using a text-to-speech because I can't bear to hear my own voice in recordings. It makes me cringe. Sorry. Let's move on to roti jala. For me, it's a solid B tier. I enjoy roti jala as a snack. It's light, it's fun, and it's unique. But no matter how good the roti is, let's be honest, the real star is always the curry. Without it, roti jala is just a pretty lace pancake looking for purpose. Our next item is roti canai, and this one's definitely going to one of the higher tiers. I'm putting it in the A tier. Roti canai is amazing because I can just go for a simple roti kosong when I want a quick snack, or add whatever toppings or fillings I want when I'm feeling like Jeff Bezos on a shopping spree. My favorite variation, roti tampal. There's just something about that uncooked yolk mixing with the curry that really ticks all my boxes. But I'm not putting it in S tier though, because I don't think I could have it every day. It's still lacking the protein punch I really crave. Moving on to chicken rice, or nasi ayam. I might be a little biased since I'm Hainanese, but I'm putting this high up, maybe A tier. Tender, succulent, moist chicken paired with rice toasted in chicken fat. That's pure comfort food right there. Depending on the shop, if the sauce is on point, I could probably finish a whole chicken by myself. But I've got to be honest, I can't imagine eating it every day. For me, chicken gets a little boring after a while. Let's dive into chendol. Now, I don't really have a sweet tooth, as I've mentioned, but chendol is one of my favorite desserts. Maybe it's the nostalgia, but it perfectly captures the essence of Malaysian flavors in a dessert. The fragrance of pandan in the chendol noodles, the rich caramel-like palm sugar syrup, and the familiar tropical taste of coconut milk. What's not to love? That being said, I have to put it in the B tier. Maybe it's just me not being a dessert person, but I don't think I can rank it alongside roti canai. Next up, we have Hokkien mee, or Hokkien cha if you're from up north. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but I think there are plenty of other noodle dishes in Malaysia that really steal the show. So, I'm putting it in the B tier. It's solid, but it's not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of must-try Malaysian noodles. Next up, we have otak otak. Sadly, I think I'm going to have to put this in the D tier To me, it's like that friend you really want to like, but they just keep disappointing you. The texture is odd, the flavor is forgettable, and every time I eat it, I feel like I'm chewing on a sad fish story. If anyone knows a place that will change my mind, please hit me up in the comments. I'm open to trying again. And now, let's talk about Bak Kut Teh. This one's straight to S tier for me. I absolutely love it. The variety of pork cuts and how the herbal taste can change depending on the shop. It's just something I can genuinely eat every day. It's greasy, sure, but maybe that's why I've got a bit of extra padding. But hey, it's worth it. If you're ever in Malaysia, I highly recommend you give it a try. Just, if you can eat pork. Moving on to laksa. Considering all the different types, I'm putting it in the A tier. I don't think I need to justify why it's so popular, but the reason I won't place it in the S tier is because not all laksa is created equal. Some versions can be a bit too strong for the average person, and I can't see myself having it every day. Still, it's definitely something every Malaysian and visitor should try. Now, up next, mee goreng. It's good, don't get me wrong, but honestly, I think the folks from Konoha do it better. I still enjoy it, but it's just not the first dish that comes to mind when I think about top tier Malaysian food. So, I'm placing it in the C tier. Next on the list, we have nasi kandar. This one's definitely going into S tier. Mixing all those curries together feels like pure chaos, but somehow it just works. It's like the Avengers of Malaysian food. Throw in a piece of fried chicken, or maybe some sotong if I'm feeling fancy, and it's a perfect meal. Just don't try eating it while wearing white clothes unless you're a fan of scrubbing turmeric stains for the next week. Oh, Nasi Lemak. It's the one dish I'm always craving. I don't think there's any rice dish that beats Nasi Lemak in my books. This dish is truly Malaysian. Coconut-scented rice with that spicy sambal, and it gets even better when you add some rendang or a juicy fried chicken on top. Honestly, whenever I travel anywhere, the first thing I want to eat when I return is this. It's just that comforting. S tier you go. Next, we have nasi kerabu. This blue rice dish is so unique and I love how vibrant it is, but I think I have to put it in A tier for now. It's a really good dish, but I don't see myself eating it every day. Maybe it's because in my area, good nasi kerabu is a bit hard to come by. Still, it's definitely a must-try for everyone. Pisang goreng, I think this will go to B tier. Fried food will always be good, regardless of what it is, I think. But I think the taste is quite predictable. I may get it when I can at a roadside stall, but I don't really go out of my way to eat it regularly. Apam balik next. I don't really eat it often, and honestly, it doesn't cross my mind much either, so I'm putting it in C tier. Maybe it's just me not being a fan of sweet stuff. Sorry, dessert lovers. Moving on, we have Char Kway Teow. Now, I'm going to stand my ground here and say I'm ranking it as the dried type, because let's be real, the wet type isn't Char Kway Teow until the day I die. For me, it's an easy A tier. That smoky stir-fried flavor with those flat rice noodles just hits differently compared to yellow noodles. It's a perfect balance of savory and charred goodness, and when done right, it's magical. However, I can't eat it every day. While it's delicious, I don't feel as full after, and I'm a person who loves dishes that leave me stuffed. For the final dish, we have prawn mee, or Hokkien mee, depending on where you're from. I'm putting this in the A tier. As someone who loves seafood, the prawn broth is absolutely to die for. Rich, flavorful, and packed with that seafood essence that makes you want to keep slurping. But, and here's the thing, I can't put it in the S tier because I feel like I'd get tired of it if I ate it every day. It's one of those dishes that's perfect in the moment, but maybe not something I can indulge in on a daily basis. Alright, that's a wrap for my ranking. Looking back at the final list, I've realized I've got a serious love affair with greasy savory food over the sweeter stuff. Maybe I'm just too biased to make a tier list? Who knows? Do you agree with my rankings? Or do you think I've lost my mind? Let me know in the comments. And if you've got any other Malaysian dishes, or any food you want me to rank, drop your suggestions down there too. Thank you for watching and catch you next time.